to everything with Dauphin. So after I made my last video about the foundation of the crisis, from the beginning, when I came out, I made a video. I told the people the interview that Daddy granted and the people that Daddy said the church was under, and the people that he said they are going to continue with the church after he's gone. The interview was done last year during COVID at the Prayer Mountain, and almost all the national dailies in Nigeria were invited for that particular interview. It was alleged that he left a note, straightforward note, stating that Prophet Racine should take over. But like I had already said in the other video, Racine was supposed to take over the spiritual aspects and then report to mommy, Mommy Evelyn. When I say mommy, I mean mommy Evelyn, T.B Joshua. But mommy now says she does not even want the prophets. She does not even want the disciples again. She has disbanded. Immediately she became the leader. She disbanded discipleship. It's not rumor. It's not hearsay. So I'm saying that authoritatively. That is what necessitates her asking the disciples to leave. And when the disciples say, where are they going to leave to? They were literally forced out of the church. And when they were leaving, you could see that they were booing them in that video, which I condemned the act and anything. After that, I brought a video where I read the interview online, published by national dailies like This Day, Punch newspaper, which are all the top big newspapers in Nigeria, published by them. And then top online social media, they were all invited. They had the interview with Daddy at Prayer Mountain, like I had said. So what happened basically is that after that video, I now brought out the foundation of the crisis of synagogue, because some people were misunderstanding it and they thought that maybe the prophets, that is the 5 prophets. When I'm talking about prophets, I'm talking about prophets Racine, prophetess Angela, prophetess Yinka, prophet Chris, and prophetess Anne. So when I say prophets, the 5 prophets, I'm referring to those 5 prophets that have been laying hands on you people that come to synagogue. You have been getting healings and everything for a very long time. If you notice, Daddy was no more coming out as often as he used to come out. Those were the people that were holding the church. And Daddy said that in that interview as well. So anytime I say the prophets, if I did not say Prophet T.B Joshua, I say the prophets, I'm referring to these 5. So the 5 prophets, I said that they are not thieves. They didn't steal anything. It's just giving a dog a bad name so that they can hang it. Or is it a goat bad name to hang it? They are not thieves. But like I said, the end will justify the means. The EFCC investigation is going on. They have gone for their first invitation and we are waiting. Though there are so many counts of wounds, but I will not open them. I know so much, but I will not say it. I will not say it because of Prophet T.B Joshua. I will not say it because of Synagogue Church of All Nations. The church that has so impacted and transformed my life completely. People that knew me before know that Dauphin now is different from the Dauphin before Synagogue Church of All Nations. So there are so many things I cannot say them right now. But the count of wounds, there are plenty. But all I can tell you is that this allegation of EFCC thing, it's as I don't even know what to say, but all I can tell you that the Prophet T.B Joshua 5 prophets are not thieves and they did not steal. Prophet T.B Joshua couldn't have raised them and stay with them all this while and not notice that they are thieves. They were not thieves. If you know Prophet T.B Joshua, you know very well that Prophet T.B Joshua was seen with his forehead, back head, his leg, and everywhere. He was seen. He sees. So he cannot stay with bad people for that long without even knowing them. When Jesus was with Judas, he knew that Judas was Judas. So Prophet T.B Joshua would have known. And what Prophet T.B Joshua did while he was here was that immediately he discovered that someone is not honest, he asked them to leave. But when they are leaving, he settles them very well, because a lot of people have stayed in the church. He gives them so much money to help them start up. That is another thing. But he had asked a lot of people to leave Synagogue Church of All Nations at some point when he didn't see clearly about what they were doing. So after that video, a lot of you are concerned. You say, Dauphin, you say the prophets and mommy has asked the prophets to leave. She has disbanded the disciples and asked them to leave. As I'm speaking to you now, most of the foreign disciples, some of them have left. It's remaining just a few. The few that are remaining, I won't tell you why they are leaving, but they are remaining. But some of them, they are the ones that refuse to go now because they want some things. It has been alleged against them to be clear. Do you understand? So most of the prophets have left, and they left with one-way ticket. And I can tell you authoritatively that a letter has been communicated to the immigration that they should never come back on the account of Synagogue Church of All Nations. So they have gone. Prophetess Anne and Prophetess Yinka, they too, they are no more in Synagogue Church of All Nations. In fact, the day the disciples left, they left almost immediately after the disciples that you saw video shaming them. They left immediately. So presently in Synagogue Church of All Nations is remaining prophet Resin, is remaining prophetess Angela and prophet Chris. Ruth, which is Chris's sister, is still there. So Evangelist Ruth is still there. Evangelist Fanny is still there. And some of the evangelists, just a few of them are still there. They are waiting so that their names have to be cleared. They don't want to go into their country with stigma. So they are not staying because of anything, but they are staying to insist that they will have to see the EFCC case to the end until it finish. And then the prophets, mommy has not allowed them to leave for a reason that I will not be able to say, but there was a condition given to them as against what is happening in EFCC. But I will not go into that details because mommy has been our mother. She's still our mother. Tomorrow she's still our mother. And if anybody says anything negative about her, I will come out. And if everybody tries to say things that I think that shouldn't be in the media, I will be the one that will attack. But that is the situation right now. So the situation right now is that Prophetess Anne and Yinka have left Synagogue Church of All Nations. By the time they come up with what they are planning, I will let you people know. They are in prayer. Right now, they are just in prayer. They are just in prayer. You cannot get them on their numbers or whatever. You know, Prophetess Yinka, she lost her mother. Because of this thing, her mother just developed high blood pressure and the woman passed on. After your daughter has stayed in a place for so many years and you know that, okay, she has gotten a footing where she's going to serve the Lord and everything, and all of a sudden, you know, this type of allegation is coming on her, and you know how much your daughter has sacrificed. Some mothers, she couldn't take it, so her heart failed her. She died. Yinka has been out of the church. She will never go back to the church for now until maybe if things change, because mommy was the one that asked them to leave. Mommy was the one that disbanded the discipleship. She said discipleship in Synagogue Church of All Nations is no more needed. You know, so it has been disbanded. The reason why the disciples left. So when they say everybody, people stole, they are not talking about the disciples and some other thing. Forget about all those things that those people were shouting in the video. I will come back to talk about those people that are shouting in the video. They were shouting in the video why they did what they did. And those people that are coming on social media to say stuff, why they are saying it. You know, I will come back to address that in another private video because I don't want this video to be very long. So, but you ask whereabouts of the prophets. Foreign ones have gone back to their countries, but the local ones are all in Lagos. Now I'm just stating where are Prophet T.B Joshua's disciples and prophets. So I'm just telling you where they are. Most of the local disciples are in Lagos. They are all in Lagos. They are all in the same hotel, but I cannot tell you the name of the hotel. Then prophets Chris, Prophet Resin, and Prophetess Angela are still in Synagogue Church of All Nations with some of the evangelists. There are hierarchy, there are classes. You graduate from an evangelist to becoming a prophet. So some of them are evangelists, but all of them are called disciples. So when I mean disciples, I mean plus the 5 prophets. But when I'm separating now, I say out of the 5 prophets, Prophetess Yinka and Anne, they've left synagogue. Mommy have asked them to leave. Though they wanted to stay and see whether they will be compromised on mommy's side. But mommy said never. She does not want them. So they left. And then Prophet Resin, Chris, and Angela, are still there because they are foreigners. They said they will never leave until their name is cleared. When they came to Nigeria, they did not come in as thieves and they cannot leave as thieves. So the discussion for that is still going on now, on how their name will be cleared because they know they are not thieves. So they are still here. They have not gone. They are still in Synagogue Church of All Nations. They are not there to work for mommy or work for Synagogue Church of All Nations. They are just waiting till as of a time when their name will be cleared because they know that they did not do anything wrong. And a lot of people know that they did not steal as well. So do we understand what is happening now? Mommy now, we don't know what her plan is. Someone from her camp had told me that she said she will bring a prophet from Ghana, but there is nobody in Ghana currently that I'm aware of that has the ministry of casting demons. There's nobody in Ghana except those that they give money water to. And money water, even you can use money water to cast demon in your own house. But when you meet the real demon, the fearful demon, how do you deal with it? That is another issue. And mommy, she's not into that very well. What people don't understand is that at times, even the prophets, the 5 prophets, if they are casting out demons, and the thing is giving them problem, daddy sits up and call. You will see at times they will run with a phone and come and give them. Daddy will tell them exactly what to do. When they do it, they will subdue that demon. So it will be interesting to watch what mommy will come up with. It is interesting to sit and watch what mommy will come up with. But I know she has everything planned out. If not, she wouldn't have rejected and asked the prophets to leave the way they have left. So now the church is absolutely in mommy's hand. Pray for her, pray for her, pray for her. Everybody knows that the shoes of Prophet T.B Joshua, nobody can feel it. I was even saying that even the 5 prophets come together, they cannot even take a quarter of the shoes. So mommy now coming out of the blues, I don't know. Maybe she's just a leader. She will get other people to do the other aspect of it. But we will just sit and watch. I don't think mommy will be opening the church quickly. Initially, the church was supposed to open in September when the prophets were around. But now, we are going to wait until further notice. So we don't know. But will Synagogue Church of All Nations be closed completely? No, I don't think so. I know that mommy will find a way to move on from here. And she has promised you she will move on. She has promised you that the church will open when it will open. So it will open. Because among all the people that have left, when Prophet T.B Joshua was around, because now she's bringing people that are left in the past, like people in the media were people that had left, she had brought them back. And Chris and Elizabeth were in charge of the media. Now she has taken it away. She collected password from them and everything. And she brought the old staff to come and take over from them and some other departments like that. So she's bringing on some old staff back. But what I don't know is how she's going to move from here going forward. But we are just going to sit and watch. I'll keep you posted. If Prophetess Anne and Yinka, they are in serious prayer right now as I speak to you. They are in serious prayer. You can't even get them on the phone like you used to get them. You can't get them. They are in serious prayers. By the time anything drops, I will let you know that something has dropped. But you see me, anything that is out of synagogue, like I told you people before Prophet T.B Joshua died, anything that is already out of synagogue, I don't know whether it's diluted because people are desperate these days. And some people are doing all these things with some of all kinds of things. People are desperate. So generally, I won't follow it. I won't go to what is not inside synagogue. But now, what is inside synagogue right now, or what I can do is that I will follow the people that worked with daddy to the end, and I will follow the people that were doing church when daddy was still around and he was under his supervision. No new person for me. I won't go to new person because I don't know the source. And being in that church and having to work there for a while, I know that there are processes to get to the stage where Resin, Prophetess Anne, Prophetess Angela, Prophetess Yinka, and Prophet Chris were. So if anybody just come out of the blue now and start performing miracle, I don't think I will give them my head to lay hands on. I won't, because I know the process. It's not magic. You don't take it here. You have to go through process. That's why those people have to stay for 25 years, 30 years to be able to do what they are doing now. So it's not just what you wake up to. It's not what you sleep and wake up to. Prophet T.B Joshua, there was a backstage that you people did not see before he matured to the level that he matured and came out for you people to see him. So it's not just going to happen. For me, I won't take it. But today, I'm just here to just tell you what is happening with the prophets. And I have said that. Haven't said that. This is where I go. Do let me know what you think in the comment section.
No need to be worried.